What challenges have I faced in my recovery that I didn't expect? Now I have a laundry list of things, but I'll tell you about the two most pivotal points. And for whatever reason, challenges seem to snowball on me. So last year was the first round. My biological father, who I was estranged from, died, and I was the oldest person. So I was kind of in charge of taking care of that. And in the meanwhile, I was going through a breakup or a period of silence with the person that I loved more than anything in the world. And then COVID was happening, and my friends and people were dying. There was a lot going on all at once. And then most recently, I went through another phase, and it started with mom being in the hospital, and 2 weeks later, my cousin got ran over by a car. And then before mom got out of the hospital, her fiance died. Like, all this stuff just tends to, like, challenges for me are mountains, not molehills, and not little things. And here's what I did. Here's what I did the first time. So my 2020 challenges, we'll call them. When I found out that my biological father died, I was actually sitting in a bar with the people I had my last drink with and trying to see if I could have as much fun out sober when I got the message. And what I did, because obviously I got emotional, I was confused about what I was feeling. That was part of the challenge too, because I wasn't gambling, wasn't drinking, so I didn't have to hide my feelings or not deal with it or just use my coping mechanism of my sense of humor or whatever. So I had to face it. So I got in the car and I called someone from my recovery community. That was the first thing I did. And I cried, and I bought a lot of ice cream, if I'm being honest. And then the next day, because this was like a Saturday night at like 9 o'clock, the next day I called the head of the program, my recovery program that I go to, and told him I needed an emergency meeting with my counselor. And I did. I got right in on that Monday. It was a snowy, crazy Monday. But I also podcasted during those couple days. I was recording anyway, 2 shows a day to try to help people get through COVID and just kind of chat every day, just have something to do. And it's in hindsight that I now know that that was like my own therapy and my own coping on steroids, because I could process all of my feelings and I did it right on air. Never really thought about what I was saying, just said it. So I use the tools that I keep in my toolbox every day, like counseling, like group, like my podcast. All of those things is what I used for that set of challenges. Now this year, the 2021 set of challenges got a little more complicated, because there was some, in addition to all the people in the hospital and all the craziness, there was a lot of point out family freaking drama. And that's challenging when you're stuck in the middle of it. You know, who's talking to who has a 17-year grudge, all of those things that just make it difficult to navigate life and to show up how I wanted to be. And I coped with that, again, tapping into my resources. I was talking to my counselor very frequently. I was going to groups, crying my eyes out. I had my friends and family. I was journaling. I'm gonna write a book called Recovery Rock Bottom, and it's gonna capture everything that happened this last couple months, because if I didn't have my 2020 misery to work through and get to the other side of, when I had my spiritual moment of, okay, all this bad stuff happens, or all these things that I think are bad are for growing, and I now have gratitude on that, and any other hardship or challenge that's happened in my life, I know it has value and purpose. It's my belief. So after learning that in 2020, I was able to have that in the back of my head this year. Now, I won't tell you it's easier, that I was perfect and I wasn't miserable and I wanted to go to the whole blame game and the poor why me and all of those things, but I couldn't do it. I said to my counselor, I was like, I don't get to pick and choose when I have faith and gratitude. So it was through believing that everything has a purpose and that I need to be grateful, and that I'm being handed the lessons I need to do the big things I dream of doing, or to live my most successful, beautiful, healthy life. I have to just live that way. So that's my faith that everything is going to be okay. My gratitude that everything has a purpose or a reason. Those are two of my biggest things to get over challenges. And again, all my recovery tools, podcasts, peers, it could be Facebook groups, it could be meetings, it could be whatever the thing is that we decide as people in recovery works for us. It could be church. It could be a myriad of things. And for me, it's a lot of different options to get through the challenges. Challenges aren't going away. We're going to face them every single day. So I need to be strong. It's like getting my armor on, like when I go to group and I leave group, it's like I got tougher, I got a thicker skin, and now I can go out and face the world and face the challenges. That's my 2 cents on that.